In recent years, the term toxic traits has surged in popularity, becoming a focal point in conversations about relationships, personal growth, and mental health. These traits, which are harmful behaviors and patterns exhibited in interactions with others, have always existed. However, society's terminology for describing these negative behaviors has evolved, reflecting changes in cultural awareness and understanding. The concept of toxic traits encompasses various behaviors that can be detrimental to both individuals and their relationships. These traits have gained attention due to the increasing dialogue around mental health and the importance of healthy relationships. Social media platforms, self-help books, and psychological studies have all contributed to the widespread discussion of toxic traits, emphasizing the need for individuals to recognize and address these behaviors. Historically, different terms have been used to describe negative behaviors in relationships. Terms such as narcissism, manipulation, and abuse have long been part of the lexicon. However, the modern emphasis on toxic traits highlights the pervasive nature of these behaviors and the necessity of addressing them to foster healthier interactions. Understanding the difference between genuinely toxic traits and the tendency to label others to avoid self-reflection is crucial. Toxic traits often manifest as patterns of behavior that consistently harm others, such as dishonesty, manipulation, or excessive criticism. These behaviors can erode trust, create conflict, and damage relationships over time. On the other hand, mislabeling others as toxic can be a defense mechanism to deflect attention from one's own negative behaviors. For these individuals, it's easier to point fingers than to confront their own flaws. This mislabeling can perpetuate a cycle of blame and prevent genuine self-growth. Self-reflection is a powerful tool in distinguishing between true toxic traits and mislabeling. It involves taking an honest look at oneself and recognizing behaviors that may be contributing to relational difficulties. By doing so, people can identify areas for improvement and work towards becoming better partners, friends, and colleagues. Take a minute with me and think about any toxic traits you may have. This is essential as we all tend to carry baggage from past relationships, and failing to address these issues can lead to the spread of negativity from person to person. It's important to acknowledge that having negative feelings from bad relationships is normal and to be expected. However, holding on to these behaviors can turn them into your own toxic traits. If we're playing fair here, I will admit that my toxic trait is a learned one, and it was learned by holding on too tightly to others when they came into my life. For me, no one ever seems to stick around. So, when the phone activity seems to slow down, or a conversation doesn't get a reply after a few messages, I simply stop trying. Basically, I assume the other person wants me to just go away. So I grant their wish, sever the tie, and disappear. The reality here, however, is that this is my own view of things, not necessarily the view nor the intention of the other person. This is me, just me, and it's my own negative trait that is hard to break. I do try to work on this. However, that is not healthy either, as I tend to stop trying completely, which generally takes things back to the endgame status. In reflecting on this, I am pretty sure I do this just so I can say to myself, I knew that was going to happen. But who knows if I'm really right? The journey to overcoming toxic traits involves healing from past relationships and actively working on negative behaviors. There are several techniques that you can use to address and transform your toxic traits. Self-awareness. The first step is acknowledging one's toxic traits. This requires honest introspection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Seeking feedback, engaging in open conversations with trusted friends or family members can provide valuable insights into one's behavior. Constructive feedback can highlight areas for improvement. Setting intentions. Purposefully setting intentions to change specific behaviors can lead to positive transformation. This involves creating actionable goals and consistently working towards them. Forgiveness and letting go. Holding onto grudges and past hurts can perpetuate toxic traits. Learning to forgive and let go of negative emotions can pave the way for healthier interactions. My friends, it is extremely important that you remember that you alone hold the power to change ongoing traits of toxicity. By addressing negative behaviors and actively working towards personal growth, you can navigate through life's challenges with strength and grace. The process of transformation requires practice, self-awareness, and courage, but the rewards are profound. Believe in your extraordinary ability to transform toxic traits and let it guide you through life's challenges. By doing so, you can steer your path towards creating a positive, lasting impact on yourself and those around you. So, take a moment to reflect on your behaviors, embrace the power of self-healing, and unlock the potential to lead a life free from toxicity. This journey may be demanding, but the destination is worth every step. What kind of toxic traits do you feel you have? Leave your comments below. Let's see if we can't try to help each other out.